There we go. Okay, guys. So hopefully this is good. I'm going to move a couple of things, but other than that, I need to put my tablet up here. Luna, don't eat the cardboard, baby. Okay, so I am making the Dallas backpack, not backpack, the Dallas pattern by Swoon. Okay, I'm gonna go to my, turn it down. We actually live really close to a what you call it, space. There we go. Hey, baby girls. A airplane place. I don't know what to call it. Military airplane kind of thing. Okay, so you guys should be able to see. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm having a few difficulties today. I had to go and see the dentist again because the crown, the temporary crown, isn't really working. It's like still hurting a lot, and so the dentist was like, "Okay, I think you're gonna need to have a root canal." I'm like, "No." Alright, put the air on. Hey, baby girls. Hey, baby girls. You want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. You're a good girl. Okay. Alright. Okay, thank you. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Nope. Oop. This thing's kind of like wiggling a lot. Okay. I think that's good. Can you guys see everything okay? Hey, Io! How's this view? Is it good? I hope so. Okay. So, let me see here. You guys can see. Okay. I'm making the Dallas duffel bag by Swoon. And so I've got everything pretty much prepped. I did all my prepping yesterday and the day before. Mostly yesterday while Tori was doing her live. I did the cutting the night before, but then I did all of my prepping, like organizing colors and all that kind of stuff. So my son wants this teal zipper tape with the gold teeth. I think I call this one Jasmine on my website. I think I call this one Jasmine. And then I bought this webbing just off of Amazon, and it looks very nautical to me. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'll do that one. So he really loves this, and it's going to go with a navy wax canvas with this beautiful brown as an accent, like the handles and things like that. This is going to be the crossbody strap. These are going to be the handles and the little accents. I can see your projects and the machine. Thank you. So there we go. So we got that. So then I've got my instructions here as well, and I'm using the lightweight waterproof canvas with the silver backing. I can't get it anymore with the silver backing. I can only get it like without the silver backing, pretty much. So I've got all that, and I've got all my hardware over here. I have to change my thread because I don't need this color. I don't need this color. All I need is, I'm using a navy. I think the navy's going to look really good on top of the navy on navy, and then it's going to really pop off of that accent color, really. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta wind up bobbin first, so let's do that first. So how has your day been so far? Up. Let me get her monkey out of the way. She brought her monkey in. She's like, hey, let's play with the monkey. Okay, so hold my thread. Okay, good. I mean, you guys probably can see a whole lot more. I was trying to do it vertical. The one time I'm trying not to have it horizontal, it's telling me I need to do it horizontal. So, whatever. It is what it is. Alright, let me do 2 bobbins because I'm going to do a lot of accent stuff, so I want to make sure I have enough bobbins. I don't know why this one's kind of like wobbly. It's probably not going to be my primary one. I was thinking about doing like a teal color. And I'm like, I think that's going to be too much. Like, too many colors going on. I don't want it looking too busy. I think the teal in this and this is probably going to be just enough. Because if it's not the right teal, then it looks like it's too much. Oh yeah, that one looks better. Found my snips. They were in my crochet bag that I took down to Florida while I was with my mom. I took a crochet bag with me just to kind of do something to keep me busy. Hi, Dalva! Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to bind this one too, Dalva. So I don't want to do the birthing or anything like that. I really want this to be a very simple bag. Maybe one pocket compartment on the inside, but literally it's just for him to put his towel, his snack, his water bottle, and change of clothes. That's all. And then like literally change of clothes like nothing. Not overfill the bobbin because that's not a good thing. So yeah, so I love this. I didn't even know about this pattern. Like, how do I not know that Swoon had a duffel bag? Like, where have I been? It's so crazy. I had Tori's the one who mentioned it to me the other day when I was actually talking to her on her live, just through the chat. I was talking to her and she's like, make the Dallas. I'm like, Dallas what? And she's like, by Swoon. I'm like, no, really? They have a duffel bag? So that made it easy. That was easy. I need one of those staple buttons. That was easy. So yeah, so that's what we are doing. Okay, good. Oh! I'm sorry. I knocked you guys. I knocked you guys out of proportion. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't keep... There we go. Okay. Is that better? I keep knocking you guys around like, uh-oh. Yeah, like this is not tight enough. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, so if this starts giving me problems, I'm just going to go to the other view, which I think I'm going to because that's really just starting to annoy me. So you guys might have like a very short wibbly wobble while I fix this. Yeah. Okay. So bear with me for just a second because my camera angle is awful. Like awful. Okay. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. Sorry, guys. I'm so professional. I'm so professional, guys. I'm like super professional, right? Okay. How's that? Is that good? That looks good. There we go. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I think that one's going to be a lot more stable and less vol. Yes, this view's better. Okay, good. Thank you. I owe so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so, all right, let's get started. Let me take my shoes off because I cannot sew with my shoes. Anybody who has done anything with me knows I cannot sew with my shoes on. I am going to change my needle though because it has been a minute since I've changed my needle. I don't even remember the last time I changed my needle. So I will be doing that. If you cannot remember when was the last time you changed your needle, change your needle. That's too thick. There's your PSA. No, I don't need a 22. I don't even need a 20. I think an 18 or a 16 would be perfect. Okay, let me do a 16. Because it's really not that thick. Everything's really not that thick. So, let's do that. So I'm using a size 16 needle. Okay. Yay! Okay, so much better. Okay. Everything feels so much better too. All right, so I think I'm just gonna have to just try to remember this angle and do this angle because I like that better. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that out of the way. I'm gonna put my little stitch guy right there because that's my dude. That's my dude. Stitch. All right, I'll put my lighter over there, my drink over here. I'm probably going to need more drink here in a minute, but my daughter's upstairs so she can always come down and get it for me if I ask her to. Excuse me. I won't need this. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so let's get started on making the waves, the accents for the waves. It's an old pattern too, right? Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know about it. I was like, oh, I was so happy when I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, a good old fashioned one, you know. Swoon is like, I don't know, good and dependable. It's like a good, nice pair of old jeans, you know. That's how I feel about Swoon patterns. I'm trying not to like have too much exposure to other patterns, or pattern makers, should I say, just because it's such a learning curve for me, like just to know like how they think through the process of putting stuff together for me is like, wait a minute, like, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm going to put it so that I have the chat on bigger. Maybe not. Okay, that's as big as it's gonna get. Okay. All right, so I'll put this to the side. I cut these little pieces out to just cover the edges, give it a little accent. All right, this is going to be a little different. This is about the only thing different from the pattern that I will be doing. So I didn't have any like Duffle heavy, so I put 2 pieces of Duffle light together and fused them together. Because this is wax canvas, it's not going to fuse, so I'm going to have to stitch this on. So I'm going to do that, but that's why I'm not too worried about it not having any stickiness to it, because this is wax canvas, it's not going to stick. So I just put 2 pieces together, and it's pretty thick. If I wanted to, I could probably double it up even more, but I don't want to have it overkill. That makes sense. I don't want overkill. Okay, so on what I did is, like, I've just put some double-sided tape on this piece of paper for me to trace out the wave, and I have the wave traced out right here so that I can stitch it on. Now, one thing I did not realize was that this is the height, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so halfway. Yeah. Okay, so the bottom portion of this shouldn't be too far. There's more up than there's down, so I think that's a pretty good placement for it. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so I am going to show you how I trace this on, and then we'll stitch it all together. So what I did is I just took a print, just a very basic, I just put outline of waves on Google and got this picture, just literally just printed it. You could do it to whatever scale you wanted to, but I just did it that way. And then all I'm going to do now is grab a pen. Okay. And then with my pen, I'm going to trace, applying pressure, and just trace it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer you can get to it being what it is on the paper, the better, obviously. This is just a guide mark. It's just guidance, just to know where I'm going. Because I can freehand, but I can't freehand just on fabric. Like, I'd have to do it on paper and then put it on fabric. So it depends on what I'm making too, like what I'm drawing. I think that's all of it. Let me just double check. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. So because this is wax canvas, it traces like that. Now, if you don't have wax canvas and you want to do this on a fabric, you can do one of 2 things. You can use a heat erasing pen and draw it on manually, or you can do carbon paper and trace it with carbon paper. Disclaimer with carbon paper does not come off. So if you oopsies, it's not coming off, even if you try to rub it off or whatever. So just letting you know, if it's on the fabric, it's going to stay on the fabric. You stitch over it, no big deal. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so I'm going to start from here. I'm going to just make my way as much as possible as one continuous line and, you know, pull the threads through the other side. All that lovely stuff. I'm going to put my stitch length down to like 2.5, because you actually do have more control over these stitches. Like where it's going. So all I'm doing is making little tiny pivots to go around. Take your time, go around. This is like the biggest accent thing other than like the contrasting colors that I'm doing on this. So if you have an embroidery machine, you can obviously embroider this panel very easily, but I do not have an embroidery machine. I do have my laser, but I don't know. My daughter loves it. It's amazing. I just didn't know how it would do with wax canvas. So I didn't use it. But with my daughter's purse that she's carrying right now, I am like engraved or whatever, because it was a leatherette that you can kind of, you know, laser off some of it, and then underneath it's like a different color or whatever. So I did that with that one, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my threads to be long, right, and then readjust. So I'm gonna come in right there where that wave kind of comes back. And this one I am going to back stitch just because it's, ooh, it did not like that. He didn't like that. Okay, so I'm going to keep long tails. Long tails, long tails. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, no big deal. I can pull those few stitches out and redo those. That's not a big deal right there. Yeah, see, just undid it. Pull from the back. And with wax canvas, there really isn't a right or wrong side. You just choose which side you want it to be. The more it gets used, the more crinkly it gets, the more weathered it looks. And I thought that was going to look really cool, especially for a duffel bag for my son's swim. He has a practice bag, which is a lot bigger. That's the Ragabash that I did last year. Or the year before, I don't remember. But that one is a good size. And that holds his fins, his flipper, his fins, you know, little, I don't know, little swimming flippers. His boogie board, his little knee floating thing, and everything else that he needs, except for the yoga mat. But everything else fits in there. So if I would have known about the yoga mat, I probably would have been like done some kind of like attachment type of thing, like a Velcro or a snap or something to be at the top of it, just to just secure it. But he loves that bag, and so it's just gonna be the way it is because he loves that bag. But he just needed something smaller for his swim meets because he doesn't need his boogie, the little paddle board, and he didn't need the fins and all the extra equipment that takes up a lot more space in his bag. He doesn't need all that. So he's like, I just want a smaller bag. I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. So I just found out from the funeral home that my mom's remains arrived today, and we've gone ahead and set up the service for the burial because that's what she wanted, for her remains. Why is this shredding? Okay, don't you start with me because I know it's a fresh needle and everything. Do you have a burr somewhere? I don't think so. That's not doing anything. Sometimes it's not always a needle. Sometimes it's like a burr or somewhere where it rubs and it's like not right. So we'll figure it out. I messaged Tori earlier and I was like, hey, are you gonna go live today? She's like, nah. I was like, okay. No worries. I'm gonna go live. She's like, okay, awesome. She may pop in, may not. I'm not sure yet. She was out food shopping, she said. When I saw her, when I was talking to her. Okay. I had my nails all pretty and everything, but then yesterday I called the dentist because I was like, this does not This feels worse than what it did before. Like, I can't chew on that side. It could just be a piece of bread. Hey, Arnetta, I miss you too, lovey. Lovey. How's it running? Any fun runs coming up? Let me concentrate for just a second. So I did have my nails nice and pretty, but then I had to go to the dentist today. You guys already know. Me and the dentist. I love my dentist. He's a very nice guy. Especially the new one. You know, because I moved to Wilmington, you know. But it's just literally just sitting in a chair and hearing everything. All the anxiety is like, ugh. You're learning how to swim. Oh, that's amazing. You're gonna love swimming. You are, because you can just do all of that, like, good movement and exercise and all that stuff without, you know, putting so much stress on your joints. That's gonna be awesome. You got this. I can't wait till the outdoor pools open up around here. That's gonna be my jam for sure. It's just going in the lap lanes and just doing some laps. Okay. There we go. All right, so like I said, all of that, the more crinkled it gets, the better it's gonna go. I have my little pin up at the top so I wouldn't remember which is the top, because it's a rectangle, but it's not obvious, like right off the bat. Well, at least it isn't for me. For you guys on the camera, it actually looks like it, but I think it's because it's at the angle that it's on, but either way. All right, so I did that one. Let's do the next one. And that's like one of the two things that I'm deviating from the pattern. And this is just an accent. It's really not changing the pattern, but I'm just putting these little accent wave things because I thought it would be really cool. Bless you. Baby girl, you think you can get me some more water? And put one of the drink packets in for me, please. I got my cup down here. Luna was in here earlier with her sassy self. I was getting ready. Now she's upstairs with Sierra just chilling. Since she pretty much knows when I get down here and start talking to myself that I don't really like stop to pet her and give her as much attention as she wants. So she's like, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'll be with the other one. You already finished eating, right, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of have the egg roll, but I'm leaving the pastry.
Does he eat them? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so either. I say
I'm gonna go
have it. Yeah, he can have the chicken. And we still have arroz con pollo. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have cereal tonight because I really can't chew. Or soup. Something really soft. Okay. I made a arroz con pollo yesterday and my kids love it. I've been doing a lot more cooking lately, so the kids are really enjoying that. And so is my husband. It's saving his pocketbook. For sure. It's so pretty. I'm trying to see if I could take off the pressure a little bit, but it's okay. It's gonna crinkle and wrinkle in it anyway. Is my daughter still making cupcakes? She will be making cupcakes again soon. She's actually finishing up her, literally her second year in college right now. So she's on her last semester for the year. So she just has online classes. But yes, we are going to be making cupcakes again. She makes them at her grandma's house instead of this house. This house, the kitchen is kind of weird. It's like really old, like the 70s style or whatever. And it's just, there's not enough counter space. There's not enough light. There's just, we don't like it.
I'm going to need you to open this because it will not work.
Thank you. So when she goes to grandma's house is when she does her baking. But she just did a batch of chocolate cookies. Chocolate on chocolate. OMG! They were amazing. So she's going to be adding that to her lineup. On top of the chocolate chip cookies that she makes. No. I don't like that. Okay. That was something else. Okay, I thought a screw came off. So yes, so she's going to also be working on a chocolate cupcake recipe soon. But all of her, she's already pretty much done with all of her pastry arts curriculum at Cape Fear Community College. So we want to go do a tour of Culinary Institute of America in New York. And then there's like something in Johnson and Wales Culinary in Charlotte, North Carolina that we're looking at as well to do a tour. And that one's more an immersive one, the tour one. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
That one's going to be like more like a weekend that she just stays up there and kind of gets to feel what it'll be like to be in college, like in a dorm and everything. Mind you, she's still 16. She's going to be 17 this year. So it will not be till next summer. Obviously, because this semester, obviously, she would have already had to have enrolled and stuff. But we do need to get the ball rolling on that. Because after this semester, she's technically got her associate's degree. Okay. Oh, that looks super cute. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it looks super cute. Let's see if you guys can see. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. It's waves. It's waves. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go to the pattern now. I'm not doing the exterior pocket. That is an option. I'm not doing that. So I'm skipping through pages 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm going to go to the strap and handles. So strap and handles. Skip this step if you're using webbing. Which I am not. Okay. I'm making mine with connectors. So, again, making a small adjustment there. Because my vinyl wasn't long enough for me to do 60 inches continuously. Or however long it needed to be. I forgot how long it needed to be. But either way, it wasn't going to be continuous. So, I didn't do that. which I think is going to be a little easier actually. So we'll see. Okay, so all right. So first we'll do that, and then we'll do our measurements. Let me get my ruler. Okay. That's awfully close together. Oh, okay. I was like, that is not going to be right. Okay, that looks a little better. So I was like, wow, that's going to be way too close together. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to make an executive decision because I'm not doing it that it's continuous. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and because this is wax canvas, I can literally just go and make that line. That's what I love about wax canvas. Marking is so easy. Okay, and then I want it to stop there. So see, it's not just a stylus, it's also a marker. Okay. Okay, so there's that. There's that. All right, now for my handles, I have 4 pieces for my handles. So that was these skinny ones. These. So because this is a leather or vinyl, whatever, I don't have to do the whole folded in and kind of. I can have the raw edges. So I'm gonna leave it like that and do just singles. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that here and here. I'm going to stop stitching there. And actually I want it to kind of go into the bag a little bit so he can have a little bit more stability in the bottom. So I'm going to have it hanging down a little bit. Okay. So let me measure that off. Let me get some really good idea of like how much I have it hanging down. Okay. Gonna mark where I want to stop on here because I have the double-sided tape on the back side of this and I don't want to peel off where I don't need it. So actually that was very close. Ah, that's awesome. So you're probably wondering, okay, so what is it going to do with all this extra? So this extra, I'm going to fold it down and over so that it has a lot down to really hold on to the connectors. Which I am using these beautiful black ones. I didn't have any like gold ones, but the black kind of goes with the webbing that I have chosen for this, so that's good. Down. Go like that. I'm going to cut a little bit above it. So I can put it right up to that line. Fold it over. There we go. Unstick that. Unstick that. Well, if it's too much, you can always cut it down. I rather have too much than not enough. Okay. Okay, so like up here, there is no tape. So I'm just gonna grab my thin piece of tape. And this is wax canvas, so just to let you know, the likability of it actually sticking just because I put tape down is very unlikely. But it at least has something rather than nothing. Okay. So that's going to give me a better chance at making sure that this right in here doesn't just come off with any kind of weight. It shouldn't have that much weight anyway. It's snacks and a change of clothes. Really. Shouldn't have a lot of stuff, but just never know. Okay, so I'm going to put this one next to this one, and I'm going to trace. And trace, so that way it's the same. Okay. Sorry guys, you guys can't even see what I'm doing probably. Making sure this is really lining up nicely. There we go. Alright, I've got a little bit sticking out over here, so I'm going to grab my scissors, and just cut really close to that. Almost like at an angle. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be so much better because I would have been slapping this camera over here on this other side all day. Just because I know myself. Because my trash is right there. I got a big box with a trash bag in it. I keep my trash in. Okay, and then that's gonna be to the left of that, or right of that. Okay, that looks nice and even. That looks nice and even. Okay, so now we can stitch. Stitch, stitch. I had to move my tape to the other side rather than right in front of me in my table, because the way Luna comes over here, she like comes through here and she knocks all of it over because she comes straight at me. And you know, she's not a little thing. Oops. She's not a little thing, so when she come at you, she come at you. there, put that there. Get a sip. Okay. She might make an appearance again later. Oh man. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go from the bottom up. And this is why I didn't want the tape there. So I was afraid it was going to stick to the table, which it did. Well, no big deal. I can take that little bit off. Alright, so now I'm going to put my stitch length up to 4.5. Come up, over, and back down. I'm not going to come like all the way as up. I'm going to try to do like a rivet right here. So, oh. Yeah, I have those gold ones. I don't know. We'll see. I may not. We shall see. Why are you shredding? I don't know why it's shredding. But I'm getting very, very annoyed. And I'm about to, like, change the color. Like, I don't care if the bobbin stays that color, but I can't. I think this is like a botted poly or something like that. I picked this one because this one's thicker than the one that I had from Kasaya. Because the Kasaya I got at 45 and this is a 69. You behave. I don't think it's going to listen to me though. Are any of you guys going to staycation in Orlando? Not Orlando, in Vegas. I know there's a lot of really cool things coming up. I know, I think Saya has something coming up. Barb's got something coming up with Chris. And then I think even Shanova has something at So Whatever Studio. I think she actually has 2. So it's just really awesome to see so many people doing in-person classes. It's such a difference from like when I started. Okay, you mother bleeper. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not going to deal with you acting up like that. I'm just not going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get myself a different thread because you are getting on my last nerve. Not dealing with it. Not today. You like that? Not today. Not dealing with it. I already had to go to the dentist. Not dealing with it. I'm exhausted because, you know, after the adrenaline rush of it, it's like I'm tired. And I wanted to make this bag on a live, so here I am. And usually I do it on Wednesdays, but I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. I got to go up to Roanoke Rapids to one of our rehab projects up that way. Got to deliver some cabinets. So, yeah. Yeah, that's black. That's black. I think I was just going to have to do a gold color. It's not going to look as cool on the straps, but I can't deal with that shredding, really. And I don't know. Like I said, the one from Kasai is not that thick, so it's not as thick as I would like it to be for this. So, gold it is. Okay, so it's the same thread size, so that's good. I don't have to change my needle. So that's good. The thread side could be a little thicker with this needle size, with a 16, but I wouldn't like it. I don't think it should be any too much thicker than the bobbin, because then your stitches don't look right. But you could do a 45 at the bottom and a 69 on the top if you're on a domestic. And the bobbin just doesn't want to act right sometimes. That helps. Geneva is teaching 2 classes at Lauren's in May. Yes, see? I wish I had time for me to catch her captain's logs, but that's literally right in the middle of Bible study. Oh, that's so much better. So that's right in the middle of Bible study, and I can't really catch it consistently. Oh, you bleeper! Seriously! I am not happy. Okay, so this one didn't really shred, but it started like doing something weird, so I'll just check it off. I'll pull it from the back, and we shall see. See, right there, it did something weird. And then it just... And it's not shredding, it just started doing something weird. And it's not the... It is not the double-sided tape, because the double-sided tape is nowhere near. Nowhere near. Just trying to see if I can make that up higher a little bit, but less tension. Okay. Alright, so I can start right there. No, I think it's too much. That's what it is. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the blue thread, but that's fine. Maybe it was just user error. But this one did it, but it didn't shred. So guess what? It was the thread. Because this one acted up, but it didn't shred. So... Oh. Why are you going over there? And like went around this little hook thing right there. Ugh, I've got 99 problems and the thread is one of them. Okay, if it keeps acting up, I'm gonna have to change the bobbin and see maybe if that's what's causing all of this drama. Drama, drama, drama. No, it's not like, that's what it is. It's like, it's too loose, so let's tighten it. think the last time I used it was really with a really thick thread. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Usually I tell you not to change your bobbin tension, but I think I had something that I was working on, really thick stuff that I needed a really big needle and a really thick thread or something. I don't remember what it was. It was before. It was a long time ago. Trying to get it back into the hole where it started, so then that way I don't have to make new holes. Oh, you biscuit eating son of a biscuit! You like that? Seriously. Oh, he is working hard on me today. He is challenging me today. Alright, just got back from practice. Alright, so let's change this. She already ate. Oh, I put my needle in wrong. Oh, goodness. I told you it could have been a user error. That's what it was. I put my needle in wrong. Durr. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I finally figured it out. I put my needle in wrong. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's pray this works because my patience is running very low right now. Oh, hello. Yes, I am back. I usually am on Wednesdays, but I gotta be out of town tomorrow. So I decided to go ahead and go live today. Okay, so I gotta go one more. One more itsy, but not all the way. I'm gonna have like cereal or soup, Daddy. Okay, just making sure because like my mouth hurts still. We're having leftovers for dinner tonight. Oh my god, that's so much better. You see what happens when you put the needle in wrong? Yes, my website is back open again. And actually I have a 25% off site-wise at the moment as well. % off because as a thank you to everybody who's like stuck with me and hung out with me and everything. Because you guys are amazing. Literally. amazing. All the comments and everything, I wish I could reply to every single one of them, but at the time I just really wasn't capable of doing it, but it made a huge difference for me. Really, it did. Huge difference for me. Okay, I could probably take that pin out now since I already know which way is up. Alrighty! Okay, this is so much better. See what happens when you put the needle in wrong? It makes everything go crazy. Oh, look how much smoother everything is. So much better. I had a big bobble. I'm not gonna say small bobble. Will you help me find a new template place? So it seems legit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can find, Diane. I know that Leslie, she does my acrylic templates for my quilting stuff, and she does my my backpack one, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But I'll see if she does any other ones. From seems legit. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, thank God. Okay, let me pull it through and tie it. Yeah, I'm telling you, templates are becoming more expensive just because the acrylic is becoming more expensive, just because everything is becoming more expensive. So, it's just bonkers. Bonkers. Yeah, even to the point where, like, even for me, I have to do pre-orders for my fabrics now. I can't do I'm not able to do retail right now. Maybe at some point I'll be able to go back to doing retail, but right now it's just the overhead cost of anticipating how much I'm going to sell, and then keeping it for a long period of time. Like right now I have not like a crazy amount, but I do have like several prints of at least 5 of each print of something on the shelf. So that's a good bit of money that's just sitting there, right? And the great thing is that a lot of people have been ordering, so as soon as I opened my website up, a lot of people were ordering. So I'm very, very, very grateful and thankful for that. Hold on just a second. Let me close my door to downstairs. So my husband's going to be on the phone doing business. Okay. There we go. Much better. Okay. Like, hello. Okay. Yeah, she is great, maybe. Yeah, I think she would. I've talked to Tori about it. About using Leslie in the past. So I don't, it probably is a very obtainable thing that we can probably work out. She is not happy that I have the door closed. Luda is not happy. she's going upstairs and telling her daddy. How dare she close the door on me? Okay, 2 more pieces. Let me see. I just want to make sure that the piece that I overlap doesn't have anything. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to put this to the top and this to the bottom. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. I could just measure it and do this. What did I do with it? Did y'all see where I put my clutter? My green one? I don't know. I lose everything. Put it in here. Luna hasn't been here, so she didn't take it. So I just probably dropped it somewhere. There it is. See, I told you I'd put it somewhere. I know. Blaming poor Luna. Okay. That is crazy. I almost folded it almost perfectly where it needed to be. That's crazy. That is awesome. I can't believe I actually did that. It was exactly where I needed to fold it. It's crazy. Okay. I'm walking on a railroad. I do have another backpack pattern in mind for my son for his like a new kind of like school backpack kind of thing, since we don't do much for school. And it'd be more one that's like not as cumbersome to carry around when we're going out of town or doing something for a field trip. So it's pretty much the backpack he has now, but smaller. It's just pretty much the same size that he has now, but it's smaller. right. Moving right along. Trying to put stuff back where I get it from so that I don't completely lose my mind of like where I put things. Oh yeah, that is way too down. Oh, and I didn't put any tape there. Hello. Jello. That's gonna make a difference. Okay. So there to there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. You love this color? Hi, Patty! Which color, the brown or the blue? Dwight Jr. chose the accent color and the wax canvas, the blue wax canvas. I had him go through my stash, and I'm like, okay, pick something out so I can make it this week. For my live. Oops. Because I was like, I want to go live, but I can't do it tomorrow because I'm going to be out of town. Oh, so Patty, my mom's burial service is going to be on April 5th. And I know you said you wanted to try to come, meet up. I'm going to be in Florida. I just found out about it yesterday. Or Saturday? I think they confirmed it with me on yesterday, Monday. Yeah, I was at the pool. Yep, it was Monday. They confirmed it with me yesterday. Because they just got her remains in yesterday. So, I'll be going down there with the kids on the 5th. Yeah, both are really pretty together. It feels very nautical. Like moccasin kind of, like, the boat shoes kind of feel to it. I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up, but I like it a lot. You should have seen me. I've been struggling with my thread for the last, 20 minutes. It's because I put my needle in backwards. I changed my needle because I was like, okay, let me change my needle. I don't even remember when the last time was that I changed it or anything. And so I was like, let me change my needle. I put it in backwards. Earlier that week, maybe. I'll have to check because that Monday I have to go in for a root canal consultation because the crown did not work. So I went back there today, actually, because the crown didn't work. So we'll see, because I don't know what they're going to do. Because my mouth is just a little bit sore right now. I could eat just bread, and it still hurts, that side of the mouth. So he's thinking that I'm going to need a root canal. Like really, just, he's working hard on me, Patty. He's working very hard on me. Not a doctor. The little red man. And I'm just getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated, darn it. You should have heard me. It was funny. Okay. I'm so happy I figured it out, though. Because I literally even changed color threads because I was like, I can't. Like, this is not going to be good. I even changed spools of thread and everything thinking it was a thread. No. It was, but it was the needle going through the thread the wrong way. So. Okay, so we did those two. We did that. All right, let me see what the pattern says to do next. I did singles instead of doubles. It's a very bold idea. Okay, so now, and I'm not doing piping. I'm not doing piping. So let me see, because like I said, I made a little slight change in how I'm going to construct this. So, the side pieces are next for me to put the connectors on the side pieces. Okay. But this is going to be my side piece slash bottom piece. So if I stitch this together, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stitch these two together first, and then I'll measure out how much I need to have. Because what I'm wanting to do is have it so that this has like almost like an anchor underneath from the thing. I am going to Virginia Beach on the 30th and leaving on the 6th. Okay. Hello, Shanova. We were just talking about you. Your ears probably were buzzing. All good things. All good things. We were talking about your classes coming up in May at So Whatever Studios. Super excited. I was like, it's just amazing how many more opportunities there are to have in-person classes now compared to when I started teaching. It's just amazing. And then I was also saying, like, I miss coming in for the captain's log. I do. I miss it. But unfortunately, it's during Bible study. It's in the middle of Bible study, actually. So I really can't just hop over there as much as I would love to. And I'm sure you already know, Arnetta says she's taking swim lessons. Super stoked about that. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, but you probably already know that. It's still awesome. I told her she's gonna love it. Swimming is just one of those things that just so good for you, and it's low impact, so you don't have to worry about it, like, you know, hurting your joints and stuff. Can't wait until the outdoor pool opens up here. Yes, I love all the available to everybody. Yes, all the retreats and everything, they're just amazing. I love it. It has come a long way, definitely, since when I started. I'm doing something completely different and maybe completely unorthodox. I might be a little cookie for it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm wanting to do like a connector on the bottom, kind of like the Aries, but just in duffel bag form. That's what I'm aiming for right now. Yep. That's what I'm aiming for. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm probably going to have to be a little fussy with it here and there. But we'll figure it out. We always do. We always do. I'm trying to see what time is it. Oh, I'm going to miss Jeopardy! And Wheel of Fortune. Is your son still swimming? Yes, Arnetta. Yes, he is. This is actually going to be his swim bag for competition. So he is doing amazing. He has cut down on a lot of his times. He has grown like a weed. He is taller than me now. I know, no jokes. You can joke if you want to, though. Who isn't taller than me, right? So he's taller than me. His feet are ginormous. He's wearing a men's size 8 in shoes right now. And his feet are flat, so they're like fins. So he's getting so much better on this swim team. The coaches on the swim team are so invested in their students. And so he's come a long way, even in just competitions as well. Just the confidence and everything. So yes, he is still swimming. We're going to a competition this weekend in Greensboro, over there at the college. And I think this is the last one for the short season, what they call the short season. The long season is going to start the Monday after I get back from my mom's service that weekend on the 5th. So I think it's like the 8th that they get back into season. So that's going to be super cool. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out together. Okay, so these are going to be... Alright, so I think what I have to do is kind of assemble the bottom. So, in order to do that, I'm going to stitch these two together. Alright, so let's come back to this in a second. Put these two sides together. Stitch down here. Butterfly that open. Hello? Hi, sugars. Hey, Luna. Hey, Looney. Hi, Luna. You gotta go outside. You gotta go potty. So that's why you gotta go potty. Oh, that's like that. She's gonna go potty. She just finished eating, huh? Yeah?
Yeah.
How's leftovers?
It was delicious.
Delicious! Oh, hold on. Let me double check or triple check what the seam allowance is, because I haven't actually combined anything yet, so. Okay. I'm trying to read what the seam allowance is. Zipper panel is different from everything else. What's there? Okay. Is this a drop-in lining? I don't want a drop-in lining. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll go with it. Swoon is always a half inch. Thank you, Sensei. Sewing Sensei. I love you. Yes, babies. Can I help you? Hi.
Then I come.
Oh, look at her face. She's so sweet.
Come on, baby.
All right, Shanova, is there a way I can do this without being a drop-in lining? Give me the 411. Because I know you know. I know that you know. I know, you know. Choo-choo. Hello. Okay. I'm going to just sew it. Because I could do binding. I think I'm just going to do binding. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do binding. But let me figure this out. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm trying to think. Because if I sew this, then this side is open, obviously. And then this side here, I get to do my zipper. I think I have to do my zipper first. It's so floppy you can do a drop-in lining very easily. You totally got this, but you can do binding also. Yeah, I think I want to do binding. So I think that I'm going to do my top. I'm going to put my zipper in up here. Dun, dun, dun. Sandwich it together. Sandwich, sandwich. Do binding, but I'm gonna like swoop it off. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You guys are probably thinking like, what is she saying? What are you saying? Yes. So what I'm saying, I'm gonna make this like a giant zipper pouch, pretty much. So I'm gonna put my zipper, put it together, put my lining together, then go from there. That's what I'm doing. All right. So Junior wanted this one with this because it matches this webbing. Isn't it cute? So cute. So let me do that. Make it a tube and sew the sides. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Shanova. Sewing Sensei. Okay, now where is it? Oh, here it is. I knew I had zipper pulls. Zipper, zipper, zipper pulls. I'm gonna make it longer than it needs to be so that I can cut off the excess later. after I do my binding. But I think it's going to make it so much easier for me to do what I want to do with the bottom of the bag. Look at that. What? Yes. Okay, boom. Okay, I'm going to cut off a little bit. I don't quite need that much. Okay, let's get at it. Hang it over a little bit. Clip a little bit as I go. Clip, 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 clip. Okay, I'm gonna put the zipper kind of like hanging off a little bit. So just out of the way. This is the first time I'm making this particular bag. So I'm deviating just a tiny bit. Hopefully not too much. Okay, so this is the top. Yep. Pretty sides touching. I'm going to repin it so I know the top is, again, at the top. I'm going to line this up, line this up, line this up. Okay. This silver stuff does like to slip, so you do have to be careful. I usually put it at the bottom, but I didn't think about that until just now, so I'm using my little things. Can you double pull? Yeah, I could definitely do that. It's not a very big bag, but yeah, we can do that. I have enough pulls. Oh, look how pretty that is. So cute, Oops. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, this wax canvas is beautiful. This is the wax canvas that I had left over from your retreat, like 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, Shenova. Oh, that's gonna look so pretty. Okay. So just in case, I'm coming in just a little bit. I'm not quite going all the way to the other sides, just in case. Is as small as a big bag? Well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent sized bag for sure. Okay, so let me do this. Put this down there. that way I can sew from the bottom. I don't know who I was talking to the other day. I think it was Tori or Georgia. About how I feel like, I don't know, like really disconnected from the sewing world right now. Just because I've been out of the loop for so long. I'm like, all these people are coming out with new patterns and new things, and you know, usually I'm like, I know the 411 because I'm listening to Shinova's, you know, captain's log, and I just like, I feel so like out of the loop with everything. You know, and I haven't been sewing, so obviously that doesn't help. When I travel, I like to zippers pull that I can pull through and make it secure. No one can open it easily. Oh, that's true. That's true. I just feel, you know, like I don't know. It sounds weird, I know, but I just feel that way. I feel like I've been sucked into a time machine. That's what I feel like. I feel like I've been sucked into a time machine, and like 3 months have passed and I wasn't aware of any of it. That's what I feel like. You can never have too many clips. Yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, much better. Stitching it from this side. So we're going to be going out of town this weekend to ooh, a new pattern. Pandora Allure from Sophisticated. Ooh, that seems awesome. Brittany's going live to cut it out right now, or at least 15 minutes ago. Okay, so I did that. And I'm gonna top stitch. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, increase my stitch length. I don't want to knock my phone down. It already gets knocked around as it is. Sorry, guys. Oh, I didn't want to go to the end, but I did. Well, good thing I didn't backstitch. So I can pull it through. I was just sewing. I was like, oh. Didn't realize I went past my little stopping point. Not that you have to, but I just like being able to like move, and I don't have to worry about top stitching in the seam allowance if I need to do something different. Okay. There we go. Seal the edges. Okay. So I could do that. And then I have another circle so I can definitely do two. I'm being such a rebel, mixing hardware colors. Such a rebel. Someone's taking a shower. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now I can do these. I don't think I'm going to do those side things the way I wanted to because it's just going to be way too complicated. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. I had a vision in my head, but I don't think it's practical, really. Not for where I am mentally today. I'd rather get it done than it be, like, exactly the way I thought it should be in my mind, if that makes sense. I think it's cool, because I've already got, like, all the accent thingies, and yeah, I think I'm gonna rethink that. Yep. Sometimes we gotta know when to, like, call it and be like, no, I'm good. Oh, that hurt. And it's not even that cold, but it hurts. The sensitivity is real. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart because I need to get to the bottom of the bag before I go too far. Yeah. I can always just redo it because it's easy to put the zippers in again. Yeah, but before I do that, let me mark it. You're probably thinking, like, what? Yeah. So I'm just going to mark where they go together. I'll show you on this side. So on this side is anywhere over here. If I mark it with a pen, because this is obviously not going to be in the seam allowance, just something that makes it square, so that I can come across and line these things up. So if I know that I line these two things up when I have the zipper pulls back on, then it's fine. Then the bag just comes back together the way it needs to. And it can be completely out of the seam allowance. And so you're not going to see that. It's glorious. Because I need to stitch my stabilizer on. Because this is wax canvas and it will not fuse. Because it's wax canvas. Hi, Christine. How are you, lovey? Oh, hope you're doing well. It's been a hot minute. I was telling Shanova and everybody else, I was like, I've missed being on Captain's Log and listening in and stuff, but it's right in the middle of Bible study. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, this is my stabilizer piece. I'm going to fold it in half and snip the center so that I can mark the centers. I was looking at you earlier. You were? That's so nice. Was it last week's live? I haven't really been on lately, so it could have been any of them, really. Okay. Yes, just like that. Right in the center. Okay, so let me get some really good, nice, thick, double-sided tape. And put it on. Christine said hi, Renetta. It was earlier, you said? Oh, you were looking at this at my sale earlier. Got it. Okay. I misread that. I thought you said you were looking at one of my videos earlier. Guys, can you see what I'm doing? So what I'm doing is that making sure my notches are at that center on both sides, so that makes it square. And I'm going to stitch this down inside the box. So that way my stabilizer stays down and I don't have to worry about it flopping around too much, but it's not super, super stiff either. It's a pretty, it's just 2 layers of Duffle. Duffle light, really. And then you come this way and this way. I'm going to clip you. I'm going to clip you. Okay, you go there. You also go like this, and then you go like this. And I'm going to clip you too. That way I don't get it in my thin allowance by mistake. Because I've had that happen a couple of times. East Coast people united. I think this would have looked really cool with like an accent piece over the bottom piece like this on the other side. That would look really cute. Oh gosh, that's a great idea, Sandra. I'm gonna talk to myself about that. I'm thinking an Outlander themed one with the rest of my wax canvas. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Pew, pew. Okay, and my sides will be sewn into the side, just barely sewn in, so that's good too. What am I making? I am making the Dallas Duffel bag by Swoon. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, I almost see it lined up perfectly there, but over there it quite didn't. But that's okay. But that's the thing, like if you had a piece over this, it would cover that imperfection. But it's okay, because my son's not going to judge me on that. He's going to love everything I do for him. Okay, so I guess I can. I don't think that's going to work though. Yeah, it's not going to work. So I'm just going to take this piece off. All that work I did. This is easier than unstitching it. Cut this one in half because it's going to be bigger then. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side, and I'm gonna do my literally do my side. Okay, I'm gonna find my centers to my wax canvas. Again, there's no right or wrong side to wax canvas. Okay. Yep, that's gonna be awesome. So I can stick that in just a little bit like I did before and do the rollover. Okay, good. Okay. That's gonna drive me crazy if I don't fix that. Okay. Ruler on the wall. Where did you go? After all. Okay. You kind of want it high though. but not too high that it's going to get in the way. So what did she say? I've been skipping around. Sorry. Yes, it's my birthday, and I visit my son and his family this time each year. Yeah, Patty. Happy birthday to you and me. Mine is coming up too. Okay. It doesn't really give me a number. But it does. It doesn't give me a number for that. It gives me a number for this. Okay. This one, and I'm gonna need my other pieces. Oh, I need to put my name tag on. Don't let me forget. I need to put my tag on. Yours is this Friday, correct? Yes, I think so. It's the 28th. I don't know days anymore. You think I'm kidding, but I'm really not. I'm like, I really don't know days anymore. It's bad. That's all I gotta say. It's bad. Like, just mentally, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna pinch it. And actually you can kind of go like this and then just flap it open a little bit. And try not to get it too close to the hardware, because it could get it kind of sticky. And then two, it'll keep it out of the steam allowance when you go across. So, like that. Just do it again. Hold that there. Just flaps up. Just enough to keep this down, but not up into the steam allowance. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, she wants me. She's been giving me the puppy eyes. I just closed it because you guys were just yeah. Hey babies.
Are you still on?
Yes I am.
Okay, want me to leave it open or close it?
You can leave it open. Hey baby. Aw, you miss me? You miss me? Yeah. My babies. And she my baby girls. She's like, Daddy, why did you leave me? She just wants the freedom to be going up and down. That is this way. Okay, good. Hello, love. It's coming together really nicely. What's that? The one that Grandma had? The one that Grandma gave you, but that it's broken? Okay. Yeah. No worries. I got you. Okay. Whoop whoop, party party. We're gonna be in Greensboro on Friday. Greenville, at ECU, East Carolina University, for my son's swim meet. It's the last swim meet of the season, and that's why I'm making this back. Oh, look at that stitching, guys. Oh, I love it when it comes together. So excited. Okay. Okay, that looks good. I almost threw my clip in the trash just out of automatic. I was like, no, don't do that. It sounds like I ran out of vomit. I knew it was getting close. I could hear the tick, 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 tick. But I thought I had a little longer. Bobbin won. Bobbin won. All right. So let's pull this through. And I'll tie that off in a minute. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Pull all of them through. Tie them all together. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Everything's blending together. My sister's birthday is on the 7th of April. So, and her daughter's birthday is today. I told her she should have waited a few more days, but nobody listens to me. Alright, so since we are binding this, ow! Finger just stuck me. Since we are binding this, we are just going to put ugly sides together. Put it together in show. Okay. I'm just going at 1/4 inch. Ah, you bugger. You're not being very nice today. See if this helps. Just not being nice today. see what happens. I'm gonna hold it. Didn't backstitch. Shouldn't be giving me any problems. We'll see. I can see myself making a lot more of these in the future. A very simplified version, like I am doing now. Well, I guess this is this simplified since I'm not using webbing. I don't know. Okay, so we did that. Right, next one. Are you guys watching Lord of the Rings? It sounded like you're watching Lord of the Rings. My son's been wanting to catch up with my daughter and I watching them. Okay. That's your sides. All right, so now I can put all this together. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Never got into the trash. Okay. Okay, so let's get these. Okay, so now I can literally just flip this over. Pretty sides together like a tube. I'm making it like a tube. And then I can put my zippers back on together. It's a tube, it's a tube. Okay, so just there and there. Wonder Pet. My son and I were talking about that the other day. Okay, so now I can flip it. Flip it. Turn it like this. And actually, stitching it together is probably going to be easier doing it flat than it is to do it in a tube. I just need to stop before I get to my zipper. See? Brilliant. Like, I can literally start from right there. I'm putting all of my sides together. And take off the excess in just a minute. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Oh, that's gonna be awesome sauce. Okay. This is very nautical. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, that makes it so easy to kind of keep everything together, doesn't it? So, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm going to melt it and push it down, just in case. Oh, some nice chunky bag feet would look so good on this. I wanna find those with the really big robust ones that, you know, look really cool. Are you watching The Matrix? No, you're fine. I was like, I thought it was Lord of the Rings for a minute. What's that? I don't know what you just said, but seriously? Who wants food? It's hilarious. Okay, so just trimming it off. It shouldn't be bulky anyway, but it might mess up my seam allowance. I'm just going to trim it off to match the wax canvas. It sounds so weird. Like 1 second it sounds like it's Wheel of Fortune, and the next second it sounds like an action movie. So I have no idea what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so let's flip it this way. Hold it like this. Okay, so again, we're going to line up those two pieces. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I had the other zipper pull. I must have dropped it somewhere. Because I had it and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I need to do this first. Hey, hey. Oh, hi, BJ. How are you doing? It has been a minute. It has been a minute. Sorry, I've been dealing with life lately. Oh, that lines up perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now, here it is. Oh, name tag! You guys almost forgot to tell me about my name tag. Like it's your responsibility. Mother bleeper! I need to make a hole so I can slide it in. At least I remembered now. At least I remembered. Okay, so that should be large enough for me to be able to just kind of slip it in there. If not, it's only stitches. So we can always put some more back in there. Because these are just basting stitches to keep the layers together. I ain't big enough for me to put my hand in. And that's not quite big enough. Bringing out the big guns now. Okay, should be enough. All right, see here. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it in half so that I can do that there so I don't mistakenly slip it completely off. All right, so I can fold it in half so I can note my center. I'm gonna squish that down a little bit because wax canvas, you can just kind of like press it and it makes an indentation. So you see that line right there. Okay. Okay, so that's the center line. Okay, so center. I'm gonna just make that line a little bit more visible. Oh, that's better. Okay, so with that there, I'm trying to think of like where I want it. I don't want it too high and I don't want it too low, so I'm thinking once it folds, because it's gonna fold over like a dome. I think I want it there. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So I'm using my old but goodie one. Okay, so 2 and 3. Two. Okay. So I'm gonna mark third one in. Second one. It should be centered. Double check. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a piece of like vinyl or something. Where is it? Okay. And grab one of these pieces that I didn't really use. And I'm gonna put it on the other side of it, just to kind of secure everything. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. I can kind of feel it on the other side, and it feels really good. All right. So just be careful here, guys. This is the part where if you're not careful, you can get your finger. Smaller is bigger than bigger. Okay, really push that through. Really trying to get through that vinyl piece on the other side. That's the piece that it went through, but... Oh, thanks, BJ. I love my machine. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's also because it has that sticky. I love my machine. I think we were talking about it yesterday on Tori's live. Or the day before. I can't remember. How it's just so cool to have that option to just sew your machine. Just paint it. Yeah, I love my machine. It's an oldie but a goodie. And oh, that's so pretty. Perfect. Alright. Thanks for that reminder. Oh! Sure, I gotta put this in there too. Well, that would have been like something, right? That's the reason I'm putting this other piece over it so that it doesn't what you call it? So that this doesn't rub through the other way. I'll get there one day. Okay. Yes. I got it now. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now I can stitch it. Go, like I said, I'm almost going all the way out just so I can kind of see where the teeth are lining up and which one's a little bit longer than the other one. There we go. Bam. Let me stitch this. Okay. We are on our home stretch, guys. Home stretch. Okay. So I'm gonna do what I like to do is like keep this you'll see. Oh, you'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off this one. Okay, and then here, I like to go like that. Okay, cut this off. I'm still within that like 1 inch from where it ends. But I'm going to fold it over on itself like that, and then I'm going to stitch over that. And that for me just helps reduce the bulk, but at the same time, it almost makes like a zipper tab end thingy. I've recently started doing that, and it's a game changer. Really reduces a lot of that bulk in there, in here. So I can kind of cut some more off there and burn. So I can touch that over on that end as well. Again, if you want to, just double secure. Make sure that is not coming undone. But it's reducing that bulk. There we go. See? Kind of neat, huh? Do. You just got to really make sure that you're not cutting too much that your zipper starts fraying open. But at the same time, you don't want a whole lot of bulk right in there, especially if you're binding or turning. Doesn't really matter. But I've got plenty of the tape left over folded over on it so that it's not going to come undone. Okay. Now we are at the home stretch. Okay. So that's my center, that's my center, that's my center. Okay. You answered it? Don't worry about me. I'm just a goofball. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to open up my zipper because I know me, and if I don't do it now, I will forget. Okay, so now we are going to put these. You can do it one of two ways. If you want the binding to be shown on the outside, you can do it with wrong sides together, or you can do pretty sides together. I'm going to do pretty sides together and do the binding on the inside. If I had enough of this left over, this color or a color that was kind of like this, I would do the binding on the outside just to kind of give it that extra pop. And it almost looks like piping, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it the traditional way. Well, hello. Right, so I don't know who's. Alright, let's get it going. Alright, I like to work from my centers out to the curve and then stop when it starts getting curvy. Again, go. Alright, so up here, do the same thing. I'm just trying to make sure my clips are going the right way. I have a little excess there, and I think that's because I didn't do the drop in. So And it's literally like half of an inch. So let's see, how can we fix that? I could have it that this stitches together right here, and that should take care of that. Let's see if that does that. Let's do that. This way? I don't know. This way. Let's do this way and then that way. Might look a little puckered right there, but at least everything else is matching up, so we'll see how that looks. See if that works. Because I already did all my zipper ends and stuff like that, I can't just undo it, so we shall see. I've already found my bottom, so I can't just like sew that. So I'm going to tell you that if you are doing this bounding version with this, that you're not doing the drop-in lining, I would say you may have to like temporary stitch at the seam allowance and then match your zipper tape to that and then keep going, because I am a little big. The body of my bag's a little big. And that's why I just did that. So hopefully that'll fix it. It'll almost look like a little tabby tab right there. We'll see. Alright, let's see. Hopefully. Probably going to end up closing the door. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Okay. Yeah, that helped a lot. Still gonna have to ease some of it in. But it's not nearly as gappy as it was before. Just don't know how that's gonna look when we're done. Well, a done bag is better than a perfect bag. That's what I say. Because he needs it for this weekend, and today is the only day that I can sew. Because I am going to be out of town tomorrow. Switching the direction of my clips so that the flat part is down, since I'm having to ease in the bottom. Okay. So normally I would do this as a put the binding in on as well, but because I don't really know how it's going to look, I'm just going to kind of like do it without the binding right now. But normally I do it with, I literally put the binding on top and then sew it through with the binding all at once. So I'm going to do 3/8 of an inch instead of the 1/2 inch, just for right now. I'll come in if I need to. Nice and slow over that zipper because it is bulky. Okay. He's falling into the matrix now. It's kind of crazy how I know what movie they're watching and I know what scene it is just by what I'm listening to. You know, it's kind of crazy. Alright, let's see. Alright. Yeah, let's turn it out and see how it looks. And see if that's something I'm going to want to keep doing or what. I mean, so far it's looking nice. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of a pucker right there, but it's not like, I don't know how to say. It's like almost like it's supposed to be like that. Like if I make this side go like that, then it's almost like it's like an overlay type of situation. Does that make sense? Yeah, so as long as I do it this way. Oh yeah. Totally salvageable. Okay. Stitch that together. Like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then it just looks like it's like it just covers the zipper's tape. Yes! Good. Good, 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 good. Point for me. I was channeling Shanoa on that one. Okay. So I will probably get to the binding later. Probably not going to put that on video today. I'll do the other side, see how it looks really cute, and do my handles, and then I'll bind it. Probably on Thursday. was like, wait a minute, I'm putting in my clips wrong again. Because that's going to be on the bottom. Baggy bottom. That's how I remember it. The baggy part goes on the bottom, just the flat part. So I can really ease this in. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, okay. So, it's kind of tight on this side, but it's very loose on the other side. So maybe I just didn't center it the right way. That's good. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Lots of clips, lots of clips. Okay. Okay, that looks good. All right. All right. Got stuff all over me. All right. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay. like a very, oh, I love this wax canvas. I need to get more. I need to work with more of this wax canvas. I love how masculine it feels, you know, for my son. I think it's going to be awesome. He's going to love it. It can get compacted when it needs to. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yeah. I kind of have like a stitch there that might even make it work even better. But either way, oh, I love it. Okay. I love wax canvas. It's just like such an amazing textile. This one has some sticky tape on it. Okay, so that's that. That's there. Okay, I'm gonna continue to work on, making sure that the shape of the bag. Oh, but the waves turned out perfect. You see how they turned out perfect on either side? Oh, just that little detail makes it so awesome. Okay. Oops. Alright, straps. I am doing double-sided straps because I didn't want them to be raw-edged on one side, and I ran out of fabric out of this particular color. But it worked out, because if I would have done the other part that I thought I was going to do underneath, well, it would still have been the same thing because I would have had to piece it together, which is fine. Okay. I am starting to get hungry though. I don't know how much you guys can hear about, like, of what's going on the movie upstairs, but just in case. Just in case. Okay. I made this one to be just a bit shorter, so that when I tuck this side in around the hardware, this kind of tucks in underneath. It's not like it's all that thick anyway, so I think it's going to add so much more bulk to it, but it's just personal preference. That's all. Personal preference. I'm like really OCD sometimes about stuff just hanging around on the machine. Oh, that's beautiful. And I forgot to cut my stitch length up. Oh well. That's fine. Okay. So that's gonna be the handle. I think even like doing like a double stitch, like another stitch, like really close to the edge, would look really nice. But that's gonna go like this, and that's gonna go like that. See that? And then it just makes it look awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, look at that. I mean, that is just like awesome. See that? And then it just like flips down on your grid. So awesome. Okay. I love how it just squishes back into a little tiny thing. Right to that corner. Oh. And come across again. Wrong one. Did you see me? I grabbed the little, what you call it instead. I love this vinyl. I love it. It just, the more you work with it, the more it crinkles and stuff, just like the wax canvas. And it really feels like leather. Even though it's not. It's like a real faux leather, not just a vinyl. That's gorgeous. Okay, let's do the last one. Last handle, then we're done. I've got like 5 different songs in my head, don't worry. You're not hearing things. I really am singing 5 different songs in my head. Okay. Okay. I need to learn to make 3 straps for everything. And you're probably like, why? Because the first one is always like, but the second one always turns out so much nicer. And so I think if I make 3 straps for everything, I could just kind of choose which to actually like win. If that makes sense. I just pick the 2 that win. Sometimes the first one just doesn't quite do it. Oh, here it is. I was like, where is it? Let's be funny. Funnies. Yep. I thought it was, I just wanted to make sure. I want to make sure. There we go. Oh yeah. This one I'm talking about. I'm not going to change the stitch length though. I'm going to keep the stitch length the same. Okay, coming to the end. Okay. Oh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so at least the nice strap is the one on the front. The nicer of the 2. On the front. Yes. you, BJ. I think so. I think it's turning out really nice. I think it's turning out beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of challenges when I started today. I started like at 5:30 and it's now 8:30, so it's been 2 hours. And I'm telling you, like, I think the first like 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes, I was just fighting with my threads. I guess I put my needle in wrong. Yeah, I love this combination too. I was thinking of doing like maybe an Outlander themed one with like the plaid and stuff that I have left over from the retreat that we did last year. I think that would look really awesome. I like it. It feels like grown up for my son. Does that make sense? Like he's getting to be, you know, he's about to be a teenager or tween, whatever you want to call it. He's gonna be 12 this year. Okay. So that's the bag, guys. I mean, oh my goodness, this is so awesome. There's the bag. Ooh, just like that. Okay. Hi. Hello. Okay. So love the bag. I think it turned out really good. See that? Don't mind the mess behind me. I've been out of my studio for a while. I really like the way this kind of comes together. I really, really, really do. I think it's perfect. Love that it's nice and squishy. Love the color combinations with it. We're going to do the crossbody straps. And it's going to be this beautiful, beautiful webbing. I got this on Amazon. I'll try to post it on my on my Facebook group and here on YouTube for you guys if you guys want to get it. They have lots of different combinations and it's nice. It's not too thick, but then it's not too thin either. So it's a good webbing. I think some of the Jaccord ones or something like that, the chevron looking ones, they're kind of thick. So it might be a little harder for you to do it if you're using an industrial. I'm sorry, a domestic. Excuse me. So yeah, I really like this. I think this is gonna be great. He said he really wants to use the shoulder strap rather than just this. So we'll see how it goes. I'll take pictures of it this weekend with him at his swim meet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out with me for the last couple hours. I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and stay blessed. Bye. Let me turn you guys down so then that way I can turn you off. Nope, I'm gonna go to the other side. Hey, baby.
You're still on your life.
I am. I'm trying to get off of it.
How long have you been doing that?
Doing what? Trying to get off of it?
Yes.
Rotation locked. Rotate device back. Okay, I am.
Are you almost done?
I'm done with the bag.
Oh, let me see.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I turn it off?
Then how can I?
Aha.
Hi, everybody.
I can't figure out how to turn it off.
But
Anyway,
hi.
say hi. They can see you.